Today in class we went over finding area of irregular shapes and finding missing values. So in your notebook you should have these pictures, and I'm going to just summarize the process one more time. So after walking around in groups, I saw a variety of good solutions to solving a problem like this. So this problem is given that we're supposed to find the area of this polygon here. And there was some really nice solutions in class today. So when you look at this problem, one of the solutions that the groups came up with was they found the missing values of the sides to start with, because they noticed that this is 14.4 meters and this is 7.2 meters, but they didn't know what this was. So by subtracting, they took 14.4 and subtracted out 7.2 and realized this was also 7.2 meters. It's not always true that these numbers would be the same, but it is one of the characteristics of the shape. That same group then looked at this picture and realized that they could make a square on the top, and they realized when they divide it, for the same reason, they also knew, since this is 14.4 and this part here was 7.2, that part's 7.2. The same subtraction problem will tell you that this part is 7.2. So that group realized the easiest way for them to solve this problem was to find the area of one square that was 7.2 times 7.2, and then triple it. So that's what we're going to do. They then multiplied 7.2 times 7.2. It's always good to estimate first. 7 times 7 is 49. So have an estimate. When you multiply, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 7 is 14. Put your placeholder in. 7 times 2 is 14. Carry the 1. 7 times 7 is 49, plus 1 is 50. Add. And your estimate was 49, so your decimal must go there, 51.84. So the area of each square is 51.84. So if you triple that, three times 4 is 12. Carry the 1. 3 times 8 is 24. Plus 1 is 25. Carry the 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 2 is 5. 3 times 5 is 15. And if we estimate, $50 times 3 is $150. Should make sense that your decimal goes right here. So our final answer, the area of this polygon, is equal to 155.52 meters squared. That's our final answer. Another group did the problem a different way. It's very creative, good solution. It might be easier for some of you. So visually, I want you to consider this idea. They imagined this as a whole shape like that, where you still kind of see the inside. And they found the area of the yellow square which is 14.4 by 14.4. And then they subtract it out. This bit. Which we already figured out on the other page was 51.84. Because that was the small square. They did the big square, and they subtracted out the small square. So they had less multiplication. And when they multiplied 14.4 times 14.4, just to save time, we'll do that with the calculator. They got 207.36, but they did it by hand. To get their final answer, they had to subtract. So it's just a different strategy. They did 207.36, and they subtracted 51.84. When you add and subtract decimals, don't forget you need to line them up. So 6 take away 4 is 2. Here we have to borrow. 13 take away 8 is 5. 1 from 6 is also 5. And then sorry. Five from 10 is 5. And so we still have 155.52 meters squared. We have the same answer, and we found it 2 different ways.